Hey guys, Jimmy Flores here with Rhino Tactical. We've been doing a lot of videos out in the field, and I just wanted to do one in studio showing you all my gear that I use for three gun, for everyday carry, for off-duty carry, and things like that. So we'll just get right into this real quick so I can show you everything that I carry. I'm going to start with the rigs that I use. The rigs that I use, this is my IPSC rig, and it's basically a Blade Tech holster with a competition belt, with an inner belt, and then these are the mag pouches. You need at least 3 mag pouches, so I use them for carrying my Glock 40 on this, or 9mm, whatever, both of those fit in here. And this is my three gun rig, which has a Safariland retention holster. I use the retention holster on this because sometimes when I go shoot like an Ironman competition or a three gun competition that requires a lot of movement and you have to reholster your pistol, I like to lock it back in. These are my quad loader loaders, and you can strip them 4 at a time, and you shove 4 in, grab another 4, shove 4 in again, and they're all switchable in different positions. They have quick locks on them. And again, these are, you know, my Glock mags. They could either hold 9mm or 40. Depending on what I'm going to be shooting that day. And here is a sporting rifle 223 magazine pouch. So that's basically what I use. This system also has a ratchet in the back. They sell them online. It's great because you can ratchet it tighter. And unlike the IPSC belt that's really easy to put on, this one has to be real tight because you have a lot of gear on. So this is what I use for three gun. Okay, so let's get into the tools that I use. I'm going to start with pistols. My Glock, this is my Glock 22. It has a cert mag because I use it for dry training. And this is basically a Glock 22. It's for limited division. This has a mag well. It's got about a 3.5 pound trigger. It has, you know, high knee sights with a fiber optic front. And this is what I use for IPSC and also for three gun. In three gun, the steel must fall, which means if you have steel on a table, this is in .40 caliber. So what I like to do is I like to give it a good solid kick when I hit those steel targets, and they go down off the table. I also have, on top of this, I also use for three gun, depending if it's going to be a really light stage. This is a Carry Ops. It has a Trigicon optic sight on it, and it's made by Zebtech. They're one of my sponsors, along with Terran Tactical. But same thing, it's got the mag well. I try to keep all my guns consistent. It's got the sight so you can see in case the Trigicon goes down. It's a 9mm, and it's got the dragonfly cut in it. But this one is really quick if I want to do something fast and I don't have to knock down steel. So if I want to fly, you know, in a competition and there's not that much steel, I'll use this one for three gun and for carry optics in IPSC division. Okay, so that's my pistols. Let me do this. I'm going to go into my three gun rifle. This is my three gun rifle. It's completely California compliant, which means I don't have a front foregrip. I don't have a telescopic stock with a thumb hole grip. I don't have a pistol grip on here. Don't have any bayonet or any type of attachment in the front. And this doesn't have a flash hider. This is an SJC compensator. It's one of the best compensators that they make out there. And it really keeps the gun flat. The barrel that I have on here is a fluted stretch barrel. It's 16 inches, but this one's actually 7 inches, which means my gas tube is 1 inch longer than a normal mid-size gas tube, which gives the gas a little more time to expand, which works. My lightweight JP bolt. This thing is like butter. You know, it's a lightweight JP bolt on there. And then I have a you know, bolt release on there that's really nice and double-sided. Again, this upper is made by Terran Tactical. My scope. Let's talk about scopes for a second. I don't know what you guys use. There's all kinds of different scopes, but if you're on a budget and you want a really good scope, Primary Arms is one of the best scopes you can get as far as budget goes. This one's about $400. It's a 1:8 ACSS reticle. It has an Orion reticle, which means it's a chevron. Then it has dots, and lines. So each line, like the top of the chevron, will be 50 or 200. I zero in at 200 yards, but I do what's called a 10-yard 50 zero, which means if I'm zeroed in at 10 yards, but I zero in at 50, actually what happens is the bullet at 50 passes through the zero. It goes about 1 inch or 2 inches above at the 100 line, and then comes back on target at the 200 range line. So what that means is when I'm shooting a 100-yard target, I hold about 2 inches low and I'll be able to hit that. And so this scope is really good. I also have a lever on it because it's a 1:8. So really nice to be able to zoom in and out. And it's also, it lights up as well. Again, the scope base is just an everyday scope base. It's basically just a regular scope base, and it's made by Primary Arms as well. I have, if you notice, this right here, it allows, see the web of my hand, it sits above the bow of the trigger, which is this part right here. My hand sits above it. I don't know if you can see that, which makes this perfectly legal, because I just got sick and tired of exchanging the grips for a pistol grip when I came out to Oregon or Idaho or one of the other states where it's legal to use pistol grips, and then going back to California and having to slap this back on. So I just got used to using this, and it's a lot better. The stock, again, it's a Magpul stock. It's a fixed stock for a rifle, and doesn't telescope or anything. Great. This is a great setup for 3-gun. A little bit on the heavy side, but this is awesome for me as far as being able to pick up targets really, really fast. Again, it's got an angled grip in the front too, Magwell, made by Magpul, excuse me. Okay, so that's the 3-gun rifle. I have several rifles depending on what I'm shooting as well. That one is just for my long-range, mid-range stuff. Shotgun, I have a Benelli, an M1 Super 90 made by Tactical. It's a limited gun, which means it holds 8 rounds in it, and it's got all the bells and whistles. Very, very smooth. Again, it's got a pistol grip stock because that's what Taryn and I started using many, many years ago, so that's what we use. Nothing fancy on this one. It's basically limited. It has, it has iron sights on it, no optics, 12 gauge. So this is what we use for 3-gun and for like 2-gun for IPSC or different things. Okay, that's my 3-gun setup. So you got my pistol, my rifle, and my shotty. This is my PCC setup. It's a custom-made Rhino Tactical PCC pistol caliber carbine in 9mm. Again, did you notice the pistol grip on here? So that means that I can travel anywhere in the States. I don't have to switch this out. Again, this is a custom made. I put a spacer in here. It's made my Magpul, and it is a non-telescopic stock. I got a Magwell in here. I got the Hollow Sun circle dot sight. I also have a laser here in case you get into places where you got to get around corners. You got the laser as well. I have not a flash hider. This is a compensator, custom compensator that they made for me. The barrel is short, however, it extends this because it's pinned and welded. It extends it to 16 inches, which is the legal rifle length. Again, no forward front grip. This is an angle grip. And also, I didn't tell you guys about my other setup on my 3-gun. I have a sling setup here, so I could hook into here, then I could sling this gun around the back, or my 3-gun rifle as well. If I need to do stuff like for Ironman competitions where I need to like shoot rifle, pistol, shotgun, but you have to hold on to your pistol and your shotty, and you have to take them all with you. So I sling the rifle over my back, take my shotty with me, pistols in the holster. So that's what these things on all my rifles are. I have a swivel hook here, and I just hook into them. Again, this is a Hollow Sun. That's a great sight, circle dot sight, and it does a lot. It's also solar powered, this guy. So that is my PCC that I use for it's Glock. I shoots Glock as well, Glock mags. That's what I use for pistol caliber carbine competition if I'm doing IPSC as well. Okay, my everyday carry guns, which are interesting because I always talked about pouches. You guys can watch the videos or whatever. I kind of disguise them in first aid kits. You know what I mean? First aid pouches. So this is what I use. This one's in 9mm. It's a Glock 43, 9mm. And as soon as you pull it out, you can see there's a safety right there. So as soon as I pull this out, that goes away, and now my trigger is exposed. Now this gun is hot because I carry hot. I carry with 1 round in the chamber, but let's go ahead and eject that magazine out and pull out the 9mm. So it's a Glock 43. I have a compensator on the front of it with a barrel on it, and it's made by Agency Arms. Same thing with the compensated barrel. It's all pinned and welded as well on there, so you can't take it off. And great gun, very, very stock. Fiber optic sight, not fiber optic sight, excuse me. Night sights with dots on them that are tritium. I don't know if you can see that. They're tritium based. They're probably not glowing right now, but great gun if I want a smaller gun, but with a higher round, I guess, impact. So that's what this is, 9mm Glock 43 with Agency Arms compensator and barrel. So that's that guy. I'm just going to put that down there. And then this is my other carry gun when I'm off duty. This is a Glock 27. And basically this is a custom made pouch that we made, and you guys could see the video on that. It's made by another company. However, the company is no longer in business, so we started making these ourselves. Again, the same thing. I have one in the chamber in here, and as soon as I pull back, you know, that little Kydex retainer comes off and the trigger is exposed and ready to go. Let's unload this. This one is in 40 caliber. It is a Glock 27 minigun. I still have one in the chamber, so let's get rid of that. 40 caliber, silver tip, SXT, same exact thing, type of bullet that LAPD uses. And basically this one has, again, night sights. It's got a shortened barrel, not too much. I try to keep everything stock, and it's got a stippled grip on it. So that is my one of my choices for off-duty carry gun. So let's see here. So that's those guys. I also wanted to show you guys different items as far as, you know, what do you load these with when you're dry training. I try to weigh the magazines for my rifle, and I use just a regular Magpul magazine. This is all like, it has lead weights in here, so I could put it in there and then just practice laser training or just regular sim training. And here's a longer one. Again, this is all weighted down, so if I have to, you know, simulate that I'm going down low prone, I could shoot up, and I get used to shooting with a longer magazine. Now, as far as the pistol caliber carbine, this is what I have for my 9mm. Again, these are Glock mags. This is actually a cert mag, 2 cert mags put together, and then it's weighted down here. So you could either use an empty Glock mag with weights in here and lead weights held at the bottom, or you can use a cert mag with different weights at the bottom too. And these also aid you in replicating the feeling that you're going to get when you're actually, you know, shooting a pistol, but in dry training. So that's interesting. But that pretty much covers this video. If you guys have any questions, let me know. That's basically what I do for 3-gun, for IPSC competition with pistol, and for PCC, pistol caliber carbine, and as well as my everyday carry. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you got a little bit of insight of what I shoot. And we'll see you guys on the next video out in the field. Until next time, keep on shooting.